Good morning, Starseeds, and welcome back to Good Morning Universe. My name is Brittany, and today I am going to be talking about those dark nights of the soul. So, if you've ever had a dark night of the soul, you kind of have a basic understanding of what's going on. It's usually a lot of chaos. There's so much stuff going around in your life that it becomes really overwhelming to focus on just one thing or another. And it causes so much doubt. It causes a lot of misconceptions about how you perceive yourself or how you perceive the people around us. It can cause like mood swings and all that other, I call it fun stuff, but let's be honest, it's not actually fun. So, why do we go through these dark nights of the soul? Or these dark periods of times in our life where we just seem to be so disconnected from ourselves and our true higher purpose. And it's supposed to be there. During this time, you're bringing up a lot of emotions that we hadn't, dealt with yet in my regards. I had one of mine that I have been attempting to deal with during my own dark night of the soul is this whole process between new jobs and wanting to find my purpose in life and being really frustrated that it's not like clear and concise and I can actually be like, yeah, that's exactly what I need to do. Okay, so I already have what I want and now I've got this clear path, right? No, that that's not how it's happening for me, and it's becoming really frustrating. And I know that can be daunting in the idea of, well, maybe this is not what I should be doing. Maybe I need to go back to what I was doing previously. You have those self-doubts of making the right decision for yourself and the things that you want to continue doing for your life. But the thing is about these dark nights of the soul is that they are supposed to be there and they are supposed to help you transition through what is happening in your life. The more you go inward during these dark nights, the more you're going to bring up emotions from past experiences, past things that apparently have been holding you down and have been weighing you down and making you feel heavier. And that is the whole point on these dark nights of the souls. We are supposed to go in and do the internal work and process all of these emotions and what's happening, because the moment that you do, it is a transition. For me, I felt it in my energy field. It was kind of like a bowling ball dropped out of my stomach and my energy just boing, popped back up, and it was really light and airy. And it still caused a lot of emotions, and even still, I am continuously going through this. It's a up and down roller coaster at the moment that I'm battling with, and that's why I decided I wanted to talk about these things, is because it's not going to be clear and concise automatically. There are going to be signs that seem to reflect back what you're thinking about how your thought process is going, like, oh, this isn't working, so you're going to get signs that tell you that this is not working, when in actuality you're doing the work that you need to do. You're putting in that effort, and the signs are more so there to let you know that, hey, you're doing good, just keep going. Because what happens after a dark night or after a dark period of time, because let me tell you, I went through an entire year of darkness and I'm still have to deal with that, or the residue, I guess, of that. And after it, though, it's like a light bulb goes off and things just lighten up. Things seem to happen exactly when they need to happen. For retrospect, I changed my job from Best Buy to an IT company. And in doing so, shortly after I started working there, I had to get a new car. Now, had I not been at my new IT job, I wouldn't have been able to afford the new car. So with this, it allowed me to get to that point. It allowed me to take another step into my life that I needed to have. So I want you guys to understand that these dark nights of the soul, the thing that you're bringing up so much emotion, it's very chaotic and almost overwhelming, especially for people who are very emotional and have that empathetic nature automatically. It's going to feel very chaotic and it's going to feel so overwhelming, and you're not going to know what to do. The best thing that I can offer you in advice is to go within, find out what you really want, and go for it. because the more you have an understanding of what you feel is right for you, the easier it is to be able to see the signs and when you're heading to that right direction. And please remember that you have everything you need in order to do this, in order to transition through these dark nights of the soul and, become you're more of an authentic part of yourself, because that is the whole learning process, guys. We are relearning who we actually are. And in relearning this process, we have to dig up some of the things that we have gone through that caused us to feel heavy and weighed down and dark, and basically brings all that up to the surface so you can deal with it and then move on from it, because that is when we make the most profound changes in our lives, is when we are able to overcome the things that have been holding us down previously. A big one for me that I have been holding myself down with, the negative thoughts that I had towards myself. That is a really big one, because if you can't love yourself entirely for the person that you are, the person that you know you can be, then it makes the transition so much more difficult, because there's going to be that resistance of, hey, hello, you're supposed to be loving yourself and you're not. Why aren't you loving yourself? And it causes things to come up that, but you do have everything that you need in order to overcome it. At any point in time you feel like you're just overwhelmed and you're unsure of what you need to do, put the intent out there. You don't need to necessarily continuously focus headstrong on it and put all of that ego focus into doing this. You can put the intention out there to overcome the things that you need to overcome, because these things are holding you back and you no longer need them. They served a purpose at the time, but now it doesn't fit anymore with the person that you are becoming. And that's why these things get to come up then, because it's literally your body going, hey, so this doesn't work for you anymore. This isn't it. This isn't how you need to continue going on life. You need to learn something new in order to transition into that life that you want so desperately. You will have everything that you need if you are allowing yourself to not feel so resistant against what is being brought up and being brought to your attention. Whenever I get into a circumstance that just brings up a lot of emotion, I will just kind of sit there for a moment and allow my body to feel what it needs to feel, and I'll allow my thoughts to go through, but I won't hold on to them, because they aren't the thoughts that I necessarily need to hold on to. And as I'm learning to meditate more and actually do that, because it is a process. It's a learning process. So please always remember that you're going to learn at your own pace, and that you need to be kind to yourself and be patient and just keep doing what you're doing. It really is the baby steps. The more inner work that you do, regardless of how small you perceive it to be, is going to be monumental in the transition of you from your ego self into your more authentic higher body. And the more that you do this, the more things that come up, and it's all there for a reason. And you are never alone in that. I want you guys to remember that. You are never alone in your decisions and what you're doing. You have guides and higher beings all around you who are trying to give you these signs and tell you what you need to do in order to keep going. And it's a matter of learning how to decipher them and learning how to read into them and feeling that in your intuition, because I can't take you down that road that is yours. I can only give you tools and advice on how to navigate your own journey, because each and everyone's journey is going to be different. People are going to start awakening at their own different time. They're going to show up with these different abilities at different aspects of their timeline. And, they're going to, sometimes they disappear and then they'll come back and tenfold, and it's just boom, and oh my God. And it's just a matter of allowing yourself to be present in that moment and allowing these things to come up and not being so resistant against them. It's a matter of understanding that, okay, this is coming up for a reason. So what is that reason, and how can I overcome the situation in order to move forward and progress in my life and become more of the embodiment of who I really am and not who that I think I am. And it's the same thing for each and every one of us. We are capable of more than our physical bodies. And you have to remember that you are more than that. You're more than just your physical body. You are also an energy body. And that energy body is also one of the things that you also have to be paying attention to, especially as you begin to play with it and learn it and find those fine tunes a bit. I am learning how to identify it in my life, and I've started to notice the feeling of, it's almost like a magnetism in my hands, and I'm learning how to become more aware of that energy body, because it's a really important aspect of ourselves too, especially in that dark night of the soul. The more you become aware of every aspect of yourself, the easier it becomes. I wouldn't have found this energy body a part of myself, and this bit that I'm now learning how to use, and it's, I wouldn't have known that had I not gone through the dark nights of the soul that I did, because it took me a while of just trying to go inwardly and figure out what was going on and try to learn new techniques about how to help with this whole thing. And had I not gone looking for those, and had I not like really done the inner work that really needs to be done, I would not have come across this energy bit that I did, and it's going to help me lead me down my path. Like, it's part of my awakening process, and each and every person has that. They have the ability to find what they need through the awakening process. Just remember that you are capable at any given time of overcoming the situations in your life. They are being brought to your attention and are chaotic for a reason. And it's a matter of going into yourself and finding out why those reasons, why they're coming up, and what you need to let go of in order to progress. And that's the whole point of the dark night of the soul. It's supposed to be that before the dawn, in order, you get that epiphany almost, or the signs seem to add up, and they're going to add up in specific ways to you. They're not going to be like my way of showing me which path I need to take or anything like that, which is what I would love to have right now. But I'm not getting that, because I need to learn how to make my own path. And that's a big thing about what's going on through my dark night of the soul. So I have everything that I need in order to progress in that. It's just a matter of me doing the inner work and having that show outwardly. You guys are capable of it. Each and every one of us is capable of doing this on our journeys. It's the whole point of the journey. So no matter where you are in your life, please remember that anything that you're dealing with at the moment is supposed to be there. And it's up to you to go in and do the inner work in order to progress beyond that, because you are more than your outer world. You are way more than your outer world. This is a temporary human life. You are capable of so much more. Remember that. You are capable. And also remember, you are worthy. You are loved. And you are enough. Just as you are right now on your spiritual journey, you are enough. As you are. Just keep doing that inner work. Keep working on it, guys. Take jumps when you see the signs. Don't be afraid to live. It's time we stopped surviving and started living, because you got this. I hope you liked this video. If this helped you out at all, go ahead and throw down a like and leave a comment, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!